Hello students, however, or in this way, we are on the way to study tenses. It is very important topic for all the classrooms from standard first to graduation, post graduation, or any competitive examination also, like MPSC, UPSC exams like class 1, class 2, class 3, class. So we are studying tenses, and our first group name was simple tenses. That is group A, and we completed it successfully. Now I want to introduce you our group B, and our group B name is continuous tenses. And here also, like simple tenses, we want to study three tenses, that is present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. We want to understand their structure, and after structure, what is their use. I am going to explain it orally to you. Okay, so structure and usage systematically, I am going to introduce you. So our group B name is tense, and our group B name is continuous tenses. Continuous tenses. Continuous tense. Okay. एंड उसमें का जो पहला टेंस है दैट इज प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस. Present continuous tense we want to understand here. Simple. If we want to become very perfect regarding the tenses, only one option we have, students, that is we must learn its formulas, that is structure. So what is the structure of present continuous? Here formula of present continuous, we have s plus m is r plus v4 plus o oblique c. So this is the formula of present continuous. S plus m is r plus v4 plus oc. So how many helping verbs we have? 3 helping verbs. M is r. So if we have 3 helping verbs, so definitely our persons must be divided in 3 examples or in 3 sentences. So let us understand which subject will take which helping verb. Okay. So let us see. So example first, we have I in the first person, that is singular, therefore it takes an. That is V4 means here drinking is V4 water. So subject, then am is helping verb, drinking is V4. Or some teacher use the word of V4 for V1 plus ing also, and this is object. S plus helping verb, am plus V4 and object. Okay. So which are the subjects or persons which takes is helping verb we want to understand. So we have third persons. Example 1 it is, example 2. Third persons we have he, she, then it, then name of persons, for example Ram. So these are the third person singular, and third person singular subjects will take each. Then drinking water V4, and water is object. So this is what helping verb, this is what V4, and this is object. While reading, how are we going to read it? You know, he is drinking water, she is drinking water, it is drinking water, Ram is drinking water. So this is the way of reading. That will save you time as well as it helps you to understand. Okay, so we have third person singular which takes helping verb is, and third one example, that is second person singular as well as plural, that is you. Then we have uh, we have first person plural, that is we. Then second person singular as well as plural you, and third person plural we have they. So we, you, they, these persons are called as subjects, and they take helping verb, that is are. Helping verb are. Drinking water, for drinking water no change. Drinking water. Simple way of understanding. So drinking is here before, water is called as object. So we have one SB concord in English grammar, that is singular subject, singular verb. Plural subject, plural verb. So here I is singular subject, so it takes am. But we have third person singular like he, she, it, and name of person, they take is. Okay, but we have plural subjects like first person we, second person you, and third person they, and they take helping verb are. This must be understood. So while if you want to memorize and remember tenses, you must learn formula as well as try to read structures. Examples like we are drinking water, you are drinking water, they are drinking water. Oh, he is drinking water, she is drinking water, it is drinking water, I am drinking water. In this way, if you read, it will help you to memorize and remember tenses and structures very properly. Now, this structure will help you to write well, and use of present continuous tense will help you to speak well. So, what is the use of present continuous? See, actions which are running temporary. To express them, we use present continuous tense. At the time of speaking, if some actions are going on, to express them, we use present continuous tense. For example, I am teaching here and somebody come and ask me, "What are you doing, sir?" So I will reply him, "I am teaching English grammar to my students." Suppose that student asks me, "Sir, what did you perform on last Sunday?" Then I will use simple past. I taught English grammar to my students. Suppose somebody asks me, "Sir, what will you do tomorrow?" That is simple future. I will describe him that I shall teach English grammar. So this is the usage which help you to understand tenses while writing as well as speaking. So temporary actions which are running, which are in continued position at the time of speaking, to describe them we need to use present continuous only. Okay, but there are some non-action verbs, sensual verbs. We never use present continuous with non-action verbs and verbs regarding senses. Like we say, I smell rose, we must not say I am smelling rose. Next, we say, I think. Sometimes you may use I am thinking, but not regularly. We must say, I understand you, I shall try to understand you, but we never say, I am understanding you. ये जो common sense की बातें हैं, you have to take care of this. Okay, so present continuous is used for temporary running actions. It must not be used with sensual verbs, non-action verbs. Students, thank you.